everybody. Welcome to another theory test show. We've got Mark with us.
Good evening,
Yeah.
or good afternoon, or good morning, or wherever.
Yeah.
Okay, just one bit of chat so far, and that's D with Evening Dano and Mark. So there we go.
I'll just. Not. What?
Which diagram shows a hazard warning line?
Those yellows. Then we can't park. That's why I think that's. I think a single yellow you can drop off. I think either A or B is not one you can't overtake, so that would be a hazard if you overtake. Which I think would be A.
What should you do if a doctor prescribes drugs that are likely to affect your driving? Get someone else to drive. Never drive at more than 30 miles per hour. Avoid driving on motorways. Only drive if someone is with you.
Get someone else to drive.
What should you do as you approach this overhead bridge? Move out to the center of the road before going through. Find another route. This one is only for high vehicles. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. Move across to the right-hand side before going through. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road.
Yeah, could be that one.
Move out to the center of the road before going through. Find another route. This one is only for high vehicles.
No.
Move across to the right-hand side before going through.
Yeah.
You're on a 3-lane motorway. Which lane are you in if there are red reflective studs on your left and white ones to your right? On the hard shoulder. In the right-hand lane. In the left-hand lane. In the middle lane.
Well, ones I was getting is
You're on a 3-lane motorway. Which lane are you in if there are red reflective studs on your left and white ones to your right?
I think it's the middle lane.
Where would you see this sign? Near a school crossing. On a school bus. At a pedestrians only area. At a playground entrance.
On a school bus.
When should you check the engine oil level? Before a long journey. Every time you drive the car. Early in the morning. when the engine is hot?
Every time you drive the car.
What must you do if you come across roadworks that have a temporary speed limit displayed? Obey the speed limit. Obey the limit, but only during rush hour. Ignore the displayed limit. Use your own judgment. The limit is only advisory.
Obey the speed limit.
What should you do when a person herding sheep asks you to stop? Ignore them as they have no authority. Stop and switch off your engine. Try to get past quickly. Continue on, but drive slowly.
Stop and switch off your engine.
Ignore them as they have no authority.
I'll tell you to stop for a reason.
Try to get past quickly.
I could scare the sheep.
Continue on, but drive slowly.
So good that.
What should you do if you have to make a journey in foggy conditions? Leave plenty of time for your journey. Avoid using dipped headlights. Keep 2 seconds behind the vehicle ahead. Follow other vehicles' tail lights closely. Leave plenty of time for your journey. What should you do when there's an obstruction on your side of the road? Accelerate to get past first. Wave oncoming vehicles through. Give way to oncoming traffic. Carry on as you have priority.
Give way to oncoming traffic.
What does this sign mean? Minimum speed limit with traffic calming. Only 20 cars allowed at any one time. 20 cars only parking zone. Maximum speed limit with traffic calming.
They say the minimum maximum, which I always do. Obviously, what minimum is the least you can drive, and the maximum is the more you can go up to. So go maximum.
You're driving at night and looking for somewhere to park. When may you park on the right-hand side of the road? When you have your side lights on. When you're under a lamppost. When you're in a one-way street. When you're more than 10 meters, 32 feet from a junction. You're driving at night and looking for somewhere to park. When may you park on the right-hand side of the road? When you have your side lights on. When you're under a lamppost. When you're in a one-way street. When you're more than 10 meters, 32 feet from a junction.
Yeah.
What is a cover note? A document issued before you receive your insurance certificate. A document issued before you receive your MOT certificate. A document issued before you receive your driving license. A document issued before you receive your registration document.
I think it's then it's for the driving license. I think when you pass, I think you get a paper to say that you passed. I think you use that until you get your full license through.
You service your own vehicle. How should you dispose of the old engine oil? Put it in your dustbin. Take it to a local authority site. Pour it down a drain. Tip it into a hole in the ground.
Take it to a tip.
What must you check before you drive someone else's vehicle? That the vehicle is insured for your use, that the insurance documents are in the vehicle, that your own vehicle has insurance cover, that the vehicle owner has third-party insurance cover, that the vehicle is insured for your use.
Yeah.
What does it mean if this light comes on while you're driving? The engine oil is low. A rear light has failed. A fault in the braking system. Your seatbelt isn't fastened.
Right. I don't think it's seatbelt because I think that's just a noise.
A rear light has failed.
I don't think there's anything to tell you that the real light's failed.
The engine oil is low.
Low engine oil could be that.
A fault in the braking system.
Could be that one as well. But I think it'll be oil. I think the braking system with brakes, I think would be more bigger, different. I think it's a different sign.
When may you sound your vehicle's horn? To give you right of way. To warn others of your presence. To attract a friend's attention. To make slower drivers move over.
No.
To warn others of your presence. You're driving on a single carriageway road. Why should you keep well back while you're following a large vehicle? To leave a gap in case the vehicle stops and rolls back. To get the best view of the road ahead. To give yourself acceleration space if you decide to overtake. To offer other drivers a safe gap if they want to overtake you.
Right.
You're driving on a single carriageway road. Why should you keep well back while you're following a large vehicle? To leave a gap in case the vehicle stops and rolls back. To get the best view of the road ahead.
It could be that one.
To give yourself acceleration space if you decide to overtake.
No.
To offer other drivers a safe gap if they want to overtake you.
No, I think it's that view.
At an incident, someone is suffering from severe burns. How could you help them? Burst any blisters. Douse the burns with clean, cool water. Apply lotions to the injury. Remove anything sticking to the burns.
Cool water, clean water.
Why are vehicle mirrors often slightly curved, convex? They make the traffic behind look bigger. They totally cover blind spots. They make it easier to judge the speed of the traffic behind. They give a wider field of vision.
Wider view of vision.
You're the first person to arrive at an incident where people are badly injured. You've switched on your hazard warning lights and checked all engines are stopped. What else should you do? Make sure that an ambulance has been called. Move the people who are injured clear of their vehicles. Stop other cars and ask the drivers for help. Try and get people who are injured to drink something.
Make sure an ambulance has been called.
You've just passed your driving test. How can you reduce your risk of being involved in a collision? By staying in the left-hand lane on all roads. By never going over 40 miles per hour. By taking further training. by always staying close to the vehicle in front.
Take more training. Ooh.
What helps to reduce traffic bunching on a motorway? National speed limits, lane closures, variable speed limits, contraflow systems.
Right.
What helps to reduce traffic bunching on a motorway?
I don't think it's contraflow.
Lane
I
closures,
don't think the lane closures. So they do.
variable speed limits, national speed limits,
National speed limit.
You stop on the hard shoulder of a motorway and use the emergency telephone. Where's the best place to wait for help to arrive? On the hard shoulder, with your vehicle, well away from the carriageway, next to the phone.
With your vehicle. They use the phone to pinpoint you. Says stick with your vehicle.
Where would you find green reflective studs on a motorway? At slip road entrances and exits, between the carriageway and the central reservation, separating driving lanes, between the hard shoulder and the carriageway.
No.
Between the hard shoulder and the carriageway. What should you do if you can't see clearly behind when you're reversing? Open the door to look behind. Open the window to look behind. Look in the near side mirror. Ask someone to guide you.
Absolutely guide you.
What light should you use when you're driving on a wet motorway and vehicles are throwing up surface spray? Side lights, hazard warning lights, dipped headlights, rear fog lights.
Dipped headlights.
What should you do if an instrument panel warning light comes on while you're driving? Hope that it's just a temporary electrical fault. Deal with the problem when there's more time. Check out the problem quickly and safely. Continue if the engine sounds all right.
Check out the problem quickly and safely.
What will happen if you hold the clutch pedal down or roll in neutral for too long? It will improve tyre wear. It will use more fuel. It will reduce your control. It will cause the engine to overheat.
It will reduce your control.
Why is it a bad technique to coast when you're driving downhill? The tyres will wear more quickly. The engine will overheat. The vehicle will gain speed more quickly. The fuel consumption will increase.
The vehicle will gain speed more quickly.
What does this white arrow on the road mean? All vehicles turn left. Road bends to the left. Return to your side of the road. Entrance on the left.
Road. to the left.
All vehicles turn left.
No.
Return to your side of the road. Entrance on the left.
Yes, but don't know what tells you.
What's the reason for the hatched area along the centre of this road? It marks an area to be used by overtaking motorcyclists. It's a temporary marking to warn of the roadworks. It separates the two sides of the dual carriageway. It separates traffic flowing in opposite directions.
Oh, it's red. Here.
What's the reason for the hatched area along the centre of this road? It marks an area to be used by overtaking motorcyclists. It's a temporary marking to warn of the roadworks.
It's not temporary, so it's not marked.
It separates the two sides of the dual carriageway.
Yeah.
It separates traffic flowing in opposite directions.
It separates go opposite directions.
Which vehicle will use a blue flashing beacon? Bomb disposal. Motorway maintenance. Snowplow. Breakdown recovery.
Blue. I've no idea about the bomb squad. No problem. Not really sure. I think it's going to be a motorway.
Motorway maintenance. Breakdown recovery.
I think breakdown's amber. Does it? It was from motorway.
What's the speed limit for a car towing a caravan on a dual carriageway?
70. I don't know, we're on dual carriageway. It's 60.
What does this sign mean? End of 20 mph zone. No vehicles over 30 tons. Minimum speed limit 30 mph. New speed limit 20 mph.
End of 20 miles zone.
What should the driver of the red car, arrowed, do? Quickly drive behind the pedestrian in the road.
So dangerous.
Wave towards the pedestrians who are waiting to cross.
Nope.
Wait for the pedestrian in the road to cross.
Yeah.
Tell the pedestrian in the road she shouldn't have crossed.
Nope.
Your vehicle is stationary. When may you use its horn? When it's used only briefly. When another road user poses a danger. When the road is blocked by queuing traffic. When signalling that you've just arrived. When another road user poses a danger. How will you benefit from following the manufacturer's service schedule for your vehicle? Your journey times will be reduced. Your vehicle will be cheaper to insure. Your vehicle tax will be lower. Your vehicle will remain reliable.
Vehicle will remain unreliable.
What should you do if you start to feel drowsy while you're driving on a motorway? Speed up to arrive at your destination sooner. Slow down and let other drivers overtake. Open a window and stop as soon as it's safe and legal. Stop on the hard shoulder for a sleep.
Open your window and stop when it's safe and legal to do so.
What would suggest you're driving on an icy road? There's less tyre noise. There's less transmission noise. There's less engine noise. There's less wind noise.
Less tire noise.
You're carrying a child under 3 years old in your car. Which restraint is suitable for a child of this age? An adult seatbelt. An adult lap belt. An adult holding a child. A child seat.
Child seat.
You're driving in a slow-moving queue of traffic. What should you do just before changing lane? Look for motorcyclists filtering through the traffic. Change down to first gear. Give a slowing down arm signal. Sound the horn and flash your lights.
Look around for motorbikes.
Which is the most vulnerable road user?
Motorcycles.
Tractor driver. What's likely to happen if you use a hands-free phone while you're driving? It will reduce your view. It will divert your attention. It will improve your safety. It will increase your concentration.
It will divert your attention.
What makes the vehicle in the picture environmentally friendly? It's powered by electricity. It's powered by diesel. It's powered by gravity. It's powered by unleaded petrol.
Jeremy is due to be in work in 30 minutes. In normal traffic and road conditions, his journey takes about 45 minutes. Overnight, there's been a heavy snowfall that was not predicted, and as a result, the roads have not been salted. His job is important to him, and he does not want to be late. But his car is not four-wheel drive, and the weather forecast is for more snow and well below freezing temperatures for the rest of the day. The traffic report contains numerous reports of accidents and stationary traffic. Jeremy considers his options and the risks involved in making the journey to work.
You're about to start a journey in freezing weather. What part of your vehicle should you clear of ice and snow? The bumper, the aerial, the windows, the boot.
Windows.
How much can stopping distances increase in icy conditions? 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, 2 times.
30 and 80 conditions. Just 5 times.
What should you do when you're driving in snowy conditions? Use side lights only. Be ready to steer sharply. Brake firmly and quickly. Brake gently in plenty of time. Be ready to steer sharply.
You're driving in freezing conditions. What should you do as you approach a sharp bend? Coast into the bend. Apply your parking brake. Slow down gently. Firmly use your foot brake.
Go down gently.
There's been a heavy fall of snow. What should you consider before driving in these conditions? Whether you should drive without wearing your seatbelt, whether you should wear sunglasses to reduce the glare, whether your journey is essential, whether you should fit an amber flashing beacon to your car,
whether your journey is essential.
Okay. So, number 4, Dano. You're on a 3-lane motorway. Which lane are you in if the reflective studs on your left, on your left are white ones to your right? So if you're on the 3-lane motorway and there are red studs on the left, what's on the other side of that?
Yeah. Left-hand lane.
Yeah, so that would be the hard shoulder.
Right.
Because it's warning you, danger, hard shoulder, red.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's that, those ones that always get us.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to get us when it come up.
6. When should you check the oil level? Well, not really every time you drive your car because nobody's got time, but before you do a long journey, or some people do it every month or so. So, yeah. Every time before a long journey.
It's looking good. Well, it's kind of what you have to check it, but then I thought, well, yeah. So I went with one that I thought that they would have kind of tripped us up.
Yeah, there's a few in there that'll trip you up tonight.
Yeah.
12. You're driving at night and looking for somewhere to park. When may you park on the right-hand side of the road when you're in a one-way street? But the general rule is if you're parking on the left, you have to park more than 10 meters or 32 feet away from a junction.
Yeah.
So there is 2 right answers in there, but obviously when you can park on the right-hand side of the road when you're in a one-way street. 13. What is a cover note? Well, a cover note is what they used to give you to cover you, to say if you got pulled over that you had insurance for a vehicle. It's all done electronically now, but the old style was the insurance company would give you a cover note so you were okay to drive.
Yeah.
16. We've had this one before. If your engine oil is low, a little can of oil will appear on your dashboard. It's a fault with the braking system. It's one of the most dangerous faults you can have, and that's why it's so severe. The fault with your braking system, get out the car quick. Okay, 23. Yeah. What helps reduce bunching traffic on motorway? Yeah, variable speed limits. Smart motorways use variable speed limits. And basically they can slow a section down, they can speed it up so it keeps traffic moving. 24. You stop on the hard shoulder on a motorway and use an emergency telephone. Where's the best place to wait for help to arrive? Well away from the carriageway, because that's the most dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
So normally they say it on the verge. So not with your vehicle. Just even if your vehicle's in a dangerous place, then stay well clear of it. So well away from the carriageway. 25.
I was thinking about that one, because obviously the telephone, when you ring up on them, they know where you are.
Yeah, they'll know where you are, but they'll also say, right, hang up this call, step well away from the phone, make sure you're in a safe place.
Yeah.
So once they've been notified, get out of the way in case anything can happen. 25. When would you find green reflective studs on a motorway? Yeah, between the hard shoulder and the carriageway, that's red.
Yeah.
So at slip road entrances and exits. So I always imagine a slip road and an exit like a runway. Yeah, where if you're landing an aircraft.
Yeah.
So the reflective studs are green, saying green to land, green to take off. Yeah. 31. Right, so what does this white arrow in the road mean? You said road bends to the left. I can't see that road bending to the left in the picture. If it was a road bending to the left, it would be a sign.
Yeah.
Not a road marking. So what it is, it's basically return to your side of the road. It's a bit of a trick question because what it also means is overtaking vehicles move back to the left.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a trick one, is that one. It's a different wording on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, return to your side of the road. So if you were overtaking, return back to the left, basically. 33. Right, so what vehicle will use a flashing blue beacon? Right, motorway maintenance, slow moving vehicles. So what colour is that going to be?
Amber.
Snowplow, slow moving vehicle. What's that going to be?
Amber.
Breakdown recovery.
And that was amber.
Bomb disposal.
That's what.
Blue.
Well,
Blue.
Yeah.
Because they are the police. They are a division of the police of bomb disposal.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's an elite unit of the police, but they're an emergency. If you see a bomb, then they're going to get to it in an emergency. An emergency vehicle has a blue flashing light.
Yeah.
Okay. So 47.
Yeah.
Right. So how much can stopping distance increase in icy conditions? 2 in normal conditions.
Yeah. 2 second rule.
4 in wet conditions. 10 in icy conditions. Okay.
Yeah.
And then lastly, 48 is what should you do when you're driving in snowy conditions? If you be ready to steer sharply, you're going to skid the car. It's going to go out of control.
Yeah.
Brake gently and in plenty of time. Take your time. So that was that one. So yeah, some pretty trick questions in there, but some pretty stupid ones as well.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you're quite all right with that. Because after when you were reading, I was going to someone. Oh yeah. Now that I think it's sometimes the wording as well.
Yeah. Just think about what they're asking you. Okay, I'll catch up with this chat. So Geordie Dave says evening all, evening Geordie.
Yeah.
D says evening Geordie. Mark's Hobby says hi Dano and Mark. Hi Mark's Hobbies. D says hi Mark. Evening Mark. Mark's Hobby says hi D. D says lot of repeat questions again, but it is with that the way, yeah.
Yeah.
D says not a bad effort. Heard you talking through the questions as you were going, thinking as you go. Good job, yeah. D says the Jerry coming out in your mark. Follow the greens, yeah, basically. And then the last one is D says bomb disposal is the main emergency service on the same level as police. Yeah. And then Geordie Dave says hi D. So there you go. If you knew the 90s, then like me and D would know the 1990s when you had the IRA, then yeah, you knew bomb disposal was blue. So yeah, that's going back a long while. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
I have to be careful what you say there because that's
Yes.
that's very, very controversial back in the 90s. There we go. That's another one done. So tomorrow, 8 o'clock is MCC UK.
Yep. And I'll
Yeah.
do another one of these next week as well.
Yeah. D says LOL, Mark. Yeah. Some awful stories there, but that's a different decade. Okay, so yeah, that's it for tonight. Took a bit longer, which was good. So yeah, I'll catch everybody tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I believe it's going to be on Johnny Day's channel, your channel, Dano, and it's also going to be on Horlicks's channel. Johnny says, very surprised they use cover note. They don't anymore, but they used to, and they still keep questions in there that they used to.
That's what kind of in a flow, because obviously with everything being on your apps and stuff like that, it's easy to get them. So that's why I thought, oh well, do you pass your test, and then give you a letter saying you can legally drive now before your card comes.
You actually get a pass certificate, not a cover note.
That's why, yeah,
you get a pass certificate, not a cover note for driving license. And then D says, night, gents, until next time, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So there we go. So yeah.
So I'm doing another one of these next Monday.
Okay.
Same time.
Right. Okay, good night from me. I'll catch everybody next time, and yeah, see everybody tomorrow.
And night from me. Night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.